Muto, and Lindor is arguing, so is Carlos Mendoza, who's coming out to argue with Jonathan Parra, the plate umpire. And Lindor is pointing down at home plate at the spot where he thinks the ball hit the ground.
Well, this didn't take long, did it?
Well, both the Phillies and the Mets are running on a little reduced sleep. Maybe everybody's irritable. Now Jonathan Parra is going to bring the rest of the umpiring crew in to discuss it. And David Rackley, the crew chief, the first to meet him. He's the second base umpire tonight. Clint Vondrack at first and Phil Cuzzy, the veteran, at third. And taking another look back, it did look like the ball bounced.
It totally bounced.
Quite frankly, I don't know that he hit it, though. I'm not sure that he made contact. It might be that the noise that Parra heard, which he thought was the bat hitting the ball, was actually the ball skipping off the top of the plate. Who knows?
Exactly. I'm not sure. And there was a pretty heated discussion out of the get-go. My guess, other than the fact he thought that it was tipped, he wanted them, go ask the other umpires. There seemed to be a long discussion, but...
Well, the umpires dispersed now, and it seems like David Rackley is going to call Rob Thompson out as they are calling it a foul ball.
Oh, this is not going to go over well.
And foul tip is a non-reviewable play, so they can't review that. Otherwise, obviously, they would have.
No, it was a tip. We just got a replay from the side, and it did look like he tipped it.
So, the count 0-2 on Lindor. He's batting .268 on the season with 14 homers. Wheeler, the 0-2 again. Swing and a fly ball center field. Easy play for Brandon Marsh. Settling under it, he makes the catch, one away.
I got to tell you, Zach Wheeler, of course, was off for a little bit. He did have the game against Toronto, but he is running hot right now. I mean, he's through, that was 98.4, I think, the fastball. He threw one already at 99. A little adrenaline going.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And the first pitch to Nimmo. Swung on, line back up the middle, a base hit. Always had pretty good numbers against his former teammate. And he's got a one-out single here. Just an easy, soft swing back through the box. And that'll put a man aboard for Juan Soto. Not his first time at Citizens Bank Park, but his first time here as a member of the Mets and warmly greeted. As one would expect, he's also had some big games here over the years. Double play depth on the infield. First pitch, a fastball. That's a strike at the top of the zone. Soto is already complaining. Hitting .248 this year with 14 home runs. Bohm plays way off the line at third base. Wheeler ready, the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Big cut, no contact, 0-2. Again, 98 on that fastball.
Yeah, attacking Juan Soto up and in. Don't want him to don't get those hands extended.
A look back at first by Wheeler. Comes set at the letters. And the 0-2 pitch. And that's down and in. Those white letters that say Philly across the front on these City Connect Friday night uniforms. Neptune blue at the top of the shoulder and around the neckline. Black pants and Midwest gold piping down the sides. The 1-2 pitch, and that's down low. He lays off. Juan Soto, .271 lifetime hitter with an .864 OPS against Wheeler. Couple of homers. He's walked a bunch as well, as you would expect. 2-2 the count. Wheeler set the pitch, and it's down low. Splitter. Soto, who of course got off to a slow start, he's having a big month. So far 17 games into the month, 5 homers, 10 RBI, and a .310 batting average. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nimmo, the lead at first, 1 out. And the pitch. It's high and wide, and that's ball 4.
Now the other pitches behind Zach's four-seamer. He has a sinker, sweeper, split, curveball, and cut. If it seems like a lot of pitches, it is a lot of pitches. Everything though that he throws is over 10%. So he will find the pitches that work out of those 6, and then he will run those babies dry, man. He will burn them up. Love it.
Time called as JT Realmuto will flash the defense for the Phillies. Bohm at third, Turner at short, Stott at second, Kemp at first. In the outfield, it's Kepler, Marsh, and Castellanos, left, center, and right. Here's Pete Alonso to bat for the first time. .291 hitter this year with 17 home runs. The pitch. He swings and misses. And a pitch in under his hands. Nothing and 1 the count. He goes two-seamer to Alonso to start. And gets ahead at 0-1. Not a ton of a breeze, not much of a breeze, I should say, out in the outfield with those flags above Ashburn Alley as a breaking ball misses down and away. Game time temperature 84 degrees. Lights are on.
Perfect.
Summer is here.
Yeah. Sometimes the power's not here.
Yeah.
1
ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. That's inside, almost hit him. Two and 1 the count. Here on Pete Alonso. 17 home runs already this season. The pitch. And that's up high after hitting 34 a year ago. Well, he's got a hitter's count now. 3 balls and a strike. Mets trying to get some runs on the board for their young starter, Blade Tidwell. And they've got 2 on and 1 out. The 3-1 to Alonso, and he takes, and that's inside, ball 4.
Well, let's see, his last game against Toronto, of course, he did not have any walks. In the game before that, he had 1. He clearly is a little frustrated. And when I say clearly, it's hard to tell with Zach, but we can tell certainly, and he just cannot find the zone.
Brings up Jeff McNeil. 2 for 11 in the just completed series at Atlanta. He's hitting .257 for the year. The Phillies still back with the middle infield at double play depth. First pitch is a fastball, and that's all over the top of the strike zone, but Jonathan Parra missed one. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. And Wheeler tosses aside that baseball. McNeil, another one with a long enough tenure to have been a teammate of Zach's in New York. 1 ball, no strikes. Wheeler ready to pitch. Swung on, line down the right field line, foul. Hooked that one. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Mets with their sweep at the hands of the Braves in Atlanta, now under 500 on the road this year. They're 18-20. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. They've been dominant at home, as the Phillies know full well.
Yeah.
Gone there and been swept in April. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McNeil. Bases are loaded for New York in the first. The stretch by Wheeler and the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Wheeler faced the Mets in that series in New York. Did not get a decision, giving up 2 earned runs in 6 innings. He struck out 9. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wheeler ready in the pitch. Breaking ball, and it's hit foul. Down off his foot, and the at-bat continues for McNeil.
See, McNeil now, he is using a torpedo bat, but not only that, what's more unusual to me is that his bat looks like a normal size bat. He was a guy that would use the old U1. U1 would be a 35-inch, 35-ounce choke up 2 or 3 inches. I used that bat for a little while before I realized that's a stupid bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch to McNeil. Swinging a ground ball to second, should be 2. Stott to Turner, 1. On to first, double play. And the Mets turned away here in the top of the first as Wheeler works around some trouble. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets nothing and the Phillies coming up.
Making a new rule stick. It's what's behind a bit of a change in pro baseball for 2025.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something. These people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game. That's
Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball.
I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Solid. It's a good solid pitch. 95-96. The slider, sinker, and sweeper in that first game, the debut, they just weren't effective. We'll get more into that. He is, though, a guy that will try to use all of those pitches. This is brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA is the Philly way to go.
Trey Turner faces him first off. First pitch on the way, and it misses down and away for ball 1. No score. As we start the bottom of the first inning, Turner, Schwarber, and Bohm coming up here against Tidwell, the 1-0. And that's in there for a called strike. Jansen Blade Tidwell. Blade is his given middle name, and he uses that. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Wouldn't you if it was Blade?
Blade.
Yes.
The windup in the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. He is a native of Tennessee, born in Columbia, Tennessee. Was a standout high school player and then went to the University of Tennessee and helped the Vols reach the College World Series in 2021, where they lost both their games. The 1-2. Breaking ball down and away. He was a second-round pick of the Mets the following year after the 2022 season. Tidwell set at the belt, steps into his wind, and the kick, and the 2-2, swing and a miss. He got him. One away as Turner strikes out. Now to bring up Kyle Schwarber. Big home run last night for Schwarber. Snapping a 1-1 tie in the 8th inning with his 23rd of the year, the pitch. And that one's in there for a called strike. Tidwell just 24 years of age. He, in fact, was still 23 when he made his debut for the Mets last month, the 0-1 pitch. And that missed outside. Schwarber did not have a particularly good road trip, but did finish strong with that final swing. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit in the air to left field. It's shallow. Coming in for it is Nimmo. He's waiting, and he's got it. 2 down.
You mentioned now he was a 2022 pick right out of Tennessee. I think just the other day down in Miami, didn't with Adam Major, who started. I believe he was a 22 pick and was like 54, like 54th pick in the second round as well. Second round's a good pick. I was a second round pick, and look how I turned out.
Blade Tidwell was taken the pick before.
Oh, there it is.
Adam Major, the pitch. And it's a called strike, back-to-back, 52 and 53.
I know Tidwell, I think it was that early in that sophomore year at Tennessee, he had some shoulder soreness. So believe it or not, he dropped out of the first round.
0-1. And that one is a strike. Is that a generous call at the knees, says Jonathan Parra. Alec Boehm did have a very good series in Miami, 7 for 17. His overall average up to 291 for the season. No score here, bottom of the first inning. Mets loaded the bases, but Jeff McNeil hit into a double play to end the frame. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Boehm. Breaking ball, hit in the air, deep center field, but it'll be playable as Taylor is back a few steps, and he'll make the catch in straightaway center. A 1-2-3 start for Blade Tidwell, and we'll head to the second. No score.
Pennsylvanians are...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The future of baseball takes the field at the 2025 MLB Draft Combine. Get one-of-a-kind access to over 300 top prospects as we take you in the cage, on the field, and into the sky during 6 straight hours of live coverage, plus exclusive interviews with the players who could become your team's next superstar.
I've leg kicked for a while. I've kind of been flowy with my hands.
The 2025 MLB Draft Combine. Coverage continues right here on MLB Network.
Interactive soccer experience and more. It all takes place before the Phils take on the Mets for Sunday Night Baseball at 7:10 p.m., so don't miss out.
Go to the second, no score, as Jared Young will lead things off for the Mets. Young, a left-handed batter. He's the DH, 29-year-old, who has been a career minor leaguer, but getting a shot here with the Mets. And the first pitch to him swung on and missed. Fastball. Young hitting 148. Thus far, he's 4 for 27 at the plate. 2 of his 4 hits are homers. The windup by Wheeler in the 0-1 pitch, and that's up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll see if Wheeler can settle in a little bit. 22 pitches in the first inning. The 1-1. Breaking ball, that bounces up there. 2-1. Jared Young, who is originally from Prince George, Canada, went to Old Dominion, got picked by the Cubs back in 2017, the 2-1, and that's up and away, and it's 3-1. And uncharacteristically, especially early in the game, for Wheeler to be missing with his command so much. Three-1 offer. And it's swung on, pulled past the dive of Otto Kemp into right field for a base hit. And And Jared Young, who was 0 for his last 7, ends that over with a leadoff hit here in the second.
Yeah, a little bit of command problem right now, just trying to find it. You know, it's interesting, that first inning, he got through it, had the big double play, but did not have a strikeout. Believe it or not, he has had a strikeout at least one batter per inning in all of his starts, except for one, which was the early one, April 13th in St. Louis.
Here's Luis Torrens, the catcher, and the pitch is down low for ball 1. And the good folks at Apple TV broadcasting tonight, they just put up a graphic of all of the pitch locations of Wheeler's offerings in the first inning, and talk about scattered.
Yeah.
He's all over the place. A 1-0, and that's up high. Perhaps it was the new walk-up music he decided to use for tonight's entry. Lil Wayne.
Is that what that was?
Let It All Work Out.
I know you don't know that song.
2-0 pitch. And that one's in there for a called strike. Not on my regular playlist, but perhaps we should all check it out.
And one of these days, someone's going to have some Pitbull. Not sure who yet.
2 balls and a strike. And Wheeler's pitch. Fastball, that's in there for a strike called right at the knees.
It's one thing about Zach, though, that makes him such a great pitcher. So he's all over the place right now, trying to find it. He's all around the box, all around the zone. But he's not just piping it down the middle, because he understands, like, he can't just throw 96, 98 down the middle against this team. So he will grind and grind until he finds the slot that he needs, and then he'll exploit.
The count 2-2, and the pitch. Breaking ball, missed way outside. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Torrens, .223 hitter with a homer and 13 runs batted in. Played in 47 games last year. Tonight's his 45th this year. 3-2, and the pitch. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Bohm charges, gloves it, goes to second. There's one on to first. Not in time. Just too slow developing even to get Torrens. But they do get the lead runner at second. 1 away. That'll bring up Brett Beatty. Beatty hitting .219 with 8 homers. And getting a good extended run to play third base again, especially with a righty on the mound. The pitch. Beatty swings and fouls it back. With Mark Vientos injured. Oh, and 1 the count. Short lead at first for Torrens. The pitch. Swing and a foul back to the backstop.
You and I got a look here on the screen of that double play turn. A terrific camera shot on the throw from Alec to Bryson at second. And I know Stott at second has been working hard with Bobby Dickerson and trying to come across the bag, taking a step forward to get more in the throw. That was a good example where he didn't, and it was more of a flip to first.
0-2 pitch, and it stays outside. Trying a backdoor breaking ball there, I think.
And that is something I know with Bryson, that it's not so much that it's quicker with the feet and the hands, but the throw is way harder. You get way more on the throw. It all comes down to the feed, though. He's working on it.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Turner, right on the edge of the outfield grass, is going to make the catch. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Taylor, one of the few Mets who had a good series offensively in Atlanta. He was 4 for 10 with a couple of extra base hits. The pitch swung on and missed. No score, second inning. And Taylor hitting .237. Standing in at the plate. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball. And that's not out of the zone. That's right at the top of the zone. Wheeler just blew it by him. Perhaps his first strikeout in the offing as he's got Taylor down in the count, 0-2. And here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. And out of play. It's still 0-2 on Taylor. .40 pitches already for Wheeler. We're in the second inning. The righty kicks and deals, and the pitch is a breaking ball off the plate away. One ball, two strikes. Again, very short lead at first for Torrens. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He did strike him out. First strikeout of the night for Zach Wheeler. Number 111 on the season. Mets do not score in the second. A hit and a man left. Will go to the bottom of the second. No.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an eighth-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Rafael Devers, after the big trade, a couple days ago, already back facing his old team. And can you say awkward? That's what it's going to be. Sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Find your wow right now. Visit nj.org.
Nick Castellanos will start it for the Phillies against Blade Tidwell. No score here in the second. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. Castellanos batting .277 with 7 homers. 36 runs batted in. The pitch, swinging a ground ball hit to third. Beatty near the line, gathers it in, throws across, and Castellanos retired for the first out. Well, Zach Wheeler faced 9 hitters over the first 2 innings. Surrendered 2 hits, 2 walks, struck out 1, and needed 42 pitches to do it. Tidwell 4 up, 4 down on 14 pitches. Here's Max Kepler, the pitch. It's taken for a called strike. Kepler had a home run this week in Miami, his 9th of the year. Hitting .300 exactly his last 9 games. The pitch, breaking ball, that's down low. Last night had a big hit that really helped turn the tide for the Phillies. They were down 1-0. Marlins made a pitching move to bring on a lefty to face Kepler, and he got a single off him. Cade Gibson, the 1-1. And it swung on, hit in the air, right center field, but playable. Juan Soto is over and waiting, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And the Phillies would end up scratching out a run in that inning, getting the homer from Schwarber to win it, and basically riding the great pitching of Christopher Sanchez to the victory.
Yep. It was a great game by Christopher, no doubt. Fun to watch.
Here's JT Realmuto. He was not behind the plate last night for Christopher Sanchez. It was Rafael Marchand doing the catching last night. Here's the pitch. And JT, a swing and a foul tip hung on to. 99 on that heater from Tidwell.
Fastball's good and straight. One of the issues he's always had coming up through the minor leagues has just been control.
0-1. And that's a strike at the inside corner.
Right. And that's a great example where his catcher, Terren, sets up outside. He throws a strike inside. So the control, even though he throws strikes, right, he'll throw it in the strike zone. It's typically all over the strike zone. That's what got him into trouble in the first game. He was leaving it over the heart of the plate. And I think that's why with these Philly guys like JT swinging at the first pitch, they're going to hunt that fastball.
Here's the 0-2, and it's down low. Well, at AAA this year, he had made 13 appearances, 11 starts. He was 4-4 with a .476 earned run average. And 3.6 walks per 9 innings for Tidwell in the minors. The 1-2 pitch, and that's going to bounce in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score, second inning. And Tidwell with a 2-2. Ground ball the other way. There's a base hit. First hit of the game for the Phillies. There's JT Realmuto with a single to right. Now to bring up Bryson Stott. Stott, who appears to have maybe the makings of a turnaround this week in Miami. The pitch is way inside for ball 1. One ball and no strikes. He doubled, he homered, he drove in 4 runs. The pitch. And that's inside. Two 2-0 count. Outfield shaded the other way. Is Taylor way over to left center. Soto far off the line and right. Tidwell ready, the 2-0. And it's taken, and that's a strike called. Pretty good pitch there. Two balls, 1 strike. JT leads at first. Alonso holding him. The pitch. And that one missed up and away. And it's 3-1 now. Otto Kemp waiting on deck. Kemp, one of the few guys who's seen Tidwell before, as Blade Tidwell pitched twice against Lehigh Valley this season with Kemp in the lineup. The 3-1. And it's way outside. That's ball 4. And I would guess, Stock, that the Phillies probably tried to pick the brain of Otto Kemp a little bit, as the pitching coach, Jeremy Hefner, is going to take this opportunity to go to the mound and chat with Blade Tidwell.
I think that they definitely will chat with him. I'll be honest with you, most of it's probably about some of the peripherals, right? Like, what's his move like to first base? Can he hold a runner? Does he tip in any way? Things like that, because there's so much video now on what they throw and pitches. Each guy can kind of get their own feel for that. Another thing might be, hey, he's got a good fastball. Does it get on you, or is it easy to see? Right? That would be another thing that try to get as much information as you can for sure.
Well, Otto Kemp just 1 for 10 in the series at Miami. Had a big homestand here last week after making his debut on the road. No score, 2 on, 2 out, second inning, and a first pitch breaking ball misses outside to Kemp. 1 ball to no strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the right side. This is one of the few times in the first 11 games for Otto Kemp. This is his 12th major league game that he's going to face a pitcher that, was in the minors with him.
Pitcher that he knows?
Yeah, he hasn't come to face Paul Skeens or something like that. Here's the 1-1 breaking ball, and he pulls it foul down the third base line. A little bit early on that, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still looking for that first home run. Had a long drive to right center field last night. It was a double. It would have been a home run in this ballpark, according to StatCast. He's down to the count here, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Tidwell delivers, and the pitch is a breaking ball way off the plate. And that'll even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I saw that Tidwell in spring training this year had an immaculate inning. Actually pitched. Does that count?
No,
it doesn't. Not even in spring training. You can't talk about it.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out with a high fastball, and Kemp down on strikes. Well, you can talk about it.
It's like Fight Club. You can't talk about it.
No runs, a hit, 2 left by the Phillies. We're through 2 tonight. Still no score.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. It was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Friday, August 1st at 6:45 p.m. You can enjoy a special pregame ceremony. It's always cool, by the way. Those ceremonies are awesome as we bestow one of the organization's highest honor on these inductees. Purchase tickets today at PHILLIES.com.
Francisco Lindor will lead things off for the Mets. They're in the top of the 3rd inning. No score. Phillies and the Mets starting this 3-game set. Phillies lost 3 straight in New York earlier this season. And trying to return the favor. Here's Lindor. And the first pitch on the way is just off the plate away for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Lindor, Nimmo, and Soto due up. He popped out his first time up. The 1-0. And that's up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. And Wheeler has really struggled to consistently get in the strike zone here. The 2-0 delivery. And that one is in there for a strike. That was his 45th pitch of the night. 19 balls, 26 strikes. That's not a typical Zach Wheeler ratio.
No.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 on Lindor. Wheeler turns, kicks, and delivers. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball.
Using all of the pitches still. I mean, he's still four-seam heavy at 52%, trying to find that pitch. But other than that, he's still throwing everything consistently, trying to find the one that works. And that's a pretty good pitch right there. A breaking ball.
Brings up Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo singled his first time up the pitch. It's taken for a strike called. Well, Wheeler, not your average pitcher, obviously. He's got a lot of things to work with. Like you said, he can kind of search through the database and find one that will work. 0-1 pitch. And that fastball, that's in there for a strike.
You know, when you have that many pitches, too, at his caliber, sometimes you forget, like, when Zach Wheeler goes to throw a bullpen, you only throw so many pitches, right? I mean, as far as, like, maybe you throw 25 or 30.
0-2. Fouled away, late swing, and he just spoiled it.
So let's say it's 30 pitches in a bullpen. He has 6 that he has to work on. Like if Christopher Sanchez has half that and throws 30, now you get more pitches to work on your changeup and so forth.
It's like you switch hitters, right? You have to double up the number of swings
because
you got to take them from both
right.
sides. The 0-2, and that's inside.
Except when I was switch hitting, my arm didn't get sore if I threw.
The 1-2 on the way to Nimmo. And that one's in tight. And obviously for Zach, it's as much maintenance as it is anything else, so he might devote more of that particular bullpen session to one particular pitch.
True.
The 2-2 on the way. And he delivers a called third strike. It's on the outside corner. Cutter, and he just catches the edge, and Brandon Nimmo talking with Jonathan Parra, looking at the StatCast, looked like it was well in the zone. And to bring up Juan Soto, that's 3 straight strikeouts now for Wheeler here in a scoreless game. And Juan Soto coming to the plate. A wind up by Wheeler in the pitch. That's a little low for ball one. Soto, a .280 career average against the Phillies with a .541 slugging percentage. The 1-0 pitch. And that just missed inside. Soto spinning out of the way. In those 85 games, 21 homers, 64 driven in, 70 walks. And those numbers are up even better here at Citizens Bank Park. 2-0 pitch. Way inside, where he has a lifetime .325 average. Three balls and no strikes. And Wheeler delivers to Soto. He's taking all the way, looks at a strike. He was backing out of the box there. 3-1 the count. Wheeler looks over the top of his black glove, turns and deals. And that pitch just missed down and away. And here in this inning, not missing by much, as he's definitely getting a little more zeroed in, I think, command-wise.
Splitter, interesting pitch. Down and away.
So Soto walks for the second time. Here's Pete Alonso, who walked his first time up. 1 on, 2 out, the pitch. Fastball. Strike call. That's a pretty perfect pitch. 97, low and away. 60th pitch coming for Wheeler. Soto leads at first. And Wheeler with the 0-1. Swung on, pop foul, first base side. Kemp going after it, and that is going to be about 4 rows back. Kemp, I think, took him a minute to find it. He turned to go after it, and he nearly ran over Antoine Richardson, the first base coach of the Mets, who was kind of in the way. No balls, 2 strikes. And Wheeler's pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blazing fastball by Pete Alonso. And Wheeler strikes out the side around the 2 out.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow!
You gotta be kidding me!
Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion.
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Murphy to participate in a unique camp experience that offers professional coaching and skill development. Campers will receive an official Baseball Academy uniform, special instruction from Phillies players and coaches, a trip to CBP, and more. For more information, visit www.philliescamps.com.
Greg Murphy, who certainly knows that you are only young once, but you can be immature forever. Here is Brandon Marsh to lead things off for the Phillies in the home half of the 3rd inning. No score. First pitch from Tidwell is a fastball that's in there for a called strike. Marsh, Turner, and Schwarber due up for the Phillies here, and we'll see if they have any better swings the second time through the order against this right-hander. And the pitch down and in. Phillies over the last 111 games here have a winning percentage of .685 in their home ballpark. The pitch swung on, lined into right. There's a base hit. And Brandon Marsh, who had his 9-game hit streak come to an end yesterday, perhaps the makings of a new one here tonight.
I had a great conversation with Brandon prior to the game today, a long one. We sat down and kind of chit-chatted. And I love the fact he made a couple well, he admitted to a couple of things, and one of those was about his swing. He said, I was aggressive. When I was struggling, I was still aggressive. But I was aggressive at pitches that I couldn't hit, couldn't drive. They were in the zone. They're not for me.
Here's Trey Turner, and he swings and grounds one, should be 2, right at McNeil, who flips to Lindor for 1 and on to first for the double play. Tidwell went reaching for that and wisely got his glove out of the way as he kind of swiped at it and might not have been able to field it cleanly. That ball was right at McNeil. That'll bring up Kyle Schwarber here in a scoreless game. Each team with a double play turned here early on. And the pitch Schwarber takes, that's down and in.
So to kind of finish that thought, and he was trying to clarify, and basically what he was saying is like my thought process of being aggressive was there, and I was swinging and attacking balls, but for example, it might be up and away somewhere that Zach Wheeler, for example, would throw a strike.
The 1-0. That's taken for a strike.
And he's like, what I realize is I can't do much with that pitch, even though it's a strike. And so he started to really compress the outside. Think of the box, and he just compressed it down. And he's getting better. He's attacking at balls that he can hit. And it's working.
1-1 pitch. And that's down low. Know thyself.
Right. And in baseball, you forget thyself a lot. You start feeling good, and you're like, yeah, I can start hitting home runs, and then pretty soon you're flying out at the warning track every time.
2-1 the pitch, and it's outside. 3 balls and a strike to Schwarber. Schwarber popped out to left his first time up. Phil's nothing, Mets nothing. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Blade Tidwell delivers, and that is down and in for ball 4 as Kyle Schwarber draws the walk, and we'll pause for station identification. This is the Philadelphia Phillies radio network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia, powered by the Tasty Cake Studios, the home of the Phillies. 94 WIP, an Odyssey sports station.
Not going to lie, that was a pretty good pitch from Blade Tidwell, but borderline. So Schwarber aboard at first base. No score, 3rd inning. And Alec Boehm takes a fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Boehm flied out to center his first time up. Glad you're with us on this Friday night. Full house here at Citizens Bank Park. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off the end of the bat. Back to the backstop. And Boehm quickly down to the count, 0-2. The stretch in the 0-2, and that's up high. Boehm over his last 16 games, a .381 average. 12 driven in over those 16. One ball, 2 strikes. And the runner goes. The pitch is taken high and wide. Throw down to second, and he is safe at second base. McNeil leaping in the air to make the catch on the throw by Torrens. Tried the swipe tag on Schwarber going by, but couldn't get him. And Schwarber with his 6th stolen base on the season.
Savvy. He's savvy about how he does it, right? He gets a read. I think he gets a little help from Paco. Paco will get in his ear and tell him, hey, it's a good time to go.
The count 2-2, man in scoring position with 2 down. And the pitch to Boehm. Swung on, fouled away to the right side.
Darren Daulton used to get, 10, 15 stolen bases a year as well. And for somebody that was that size, ran straight up and down, that was really good. Very selective.
2-2. Tidwell checks second. Here's the pitch. And it's taken for a called 3rd strike. That was basically right down the middle. And Boehm caught looking for the final out. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. And after 3 complete, still scoreless.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by BetMGM. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an oppo taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Jeff McNeil will lead off for the Mets here in the top of the 4th inning. Phil's nothing, Mets nothing. First game of this 3-game set. Tomorrow night, another 7:15 start. Griffin Canning will go for New York. Mick Abel will start for the Phillies. And another national telecast game, Sunday Night Baseball at 7:10. To round out the series, McNeil fouls the first pitch back. It'll be David Peterson and Jesus Luzardo, 2 left-handers for the finale. And then for the Phillies, it's back out on the road right away again. The 0-1 pitch, and that's up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. McNeil, his first time up with the bases loaded and 1 out in the first, grounded into a inning-ending double play. Big play early in this game.
Very.
One, 2 on the way. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. McNeil was trying to check but could not. And that's 5 straight outs via the strikeout for Zach Wheeler.
Well, the strikeout's a big part of his game. He's actually averaging 11.3 strikeouts per 9, which is 4th in Major League Baseball. Care to venture a guess who's first? You probably know. You know everything like that.
I do not know everything. Here's Jared Young, who takes down and away. I'm sorry, the category is strikeouts per 9. Tarek Skubal. Paul Skeens.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, they were in there, the top 10.
1-0 pitch is up high.
First, actually, is Mackenzie Gore.
Okay.
Yeah, 12.3. Dylan Cease, Chris Sale, of course. They're the ones in front of him, in front of Zach Wheeler.
2-0 pitch, and that's fouled back. You know what strikeouts per 9 is?
What?
That's a stat for pitchers who can't go 9.
Oh. Okay.
Can't lead the league in innings pitched.
Right.
So we're going to talk about.
That?
So we don't want to focus on the counting stat of strikeouts. Here's a swing and a miss by Young. Right.
Okay.
We don't want to. It's not really about the overall strikeouts.
Right.
Because they just pitched more innings than the other guy.
That's right.
Well, by the way, that matters. To some people,
you don't like that stat.
I'm not. I mean, it's fine. It's 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. We're looking for the total package here. You know?
Well, that's true. I mean, I've got other things on him, like walks per 9. You know, what about that? Do you like that one? That's kind of the same thing, right? Anything per 9 doesn't really work. How about shutouts? That's a whole different number than 20 years.
Nobody throws shutouts
I know,
anymore.
no one does that. So true.
Here's Torrens. And Wheeler kicks and delivers, and the pitch hit foul out of play. So Wheeler is all over the joint here for the first 8 batters of the game. And since then, 6 out of 7 batters have struck out against him. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Maybe I should find a stat, figure out a way to do strikeouts per 6 innings.
Well, I mean, strikeout, it's fine. The stat is fine, and it will tell you. It does tell you something. It's an easy number to figure out.
Right. I know what you're saying. I really do. I get it. I do.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, line towards left. That's a base hit. That sweeper kind of rolling up there, and Torrens hooks it into left field past the outstretched arm of Alec Boehm. And that'll give the Mets a 2-out base runner here in a scoreless game. And bring up the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Beatty popped out on the infield his first time up. Third hit of the game for the Mets right there by Torrens. And the pitch. It's down and away. First pitch splitter. Beatty has a home run in his career against Zach Wheeler. The pitch. And that one is just inside a fastball. Beatty 4 for 11 against him. Wheeler last year in the playoffs against the Mets. 7 innings pitched here in game 1 at Citizens Bank Park. Gave up 1 hit, no runs. The pitch, that's in for a called strike. Phillies had scored a run for him in the first inning. Kyle Schwarber with the leadoff home run. That, as it turned out, would be all that they would give Wheeler is a swing and a miss. Puts Beatty down to the count, 2-2. 5-run 8th inning for the Mets off of Jeff Hoffman and Matt Strom. The stretch, the 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit in the air to left. Easy play for Kepler. To his left, he's waiting, and he makes the catch. Sides retired, 2 more Ks in the inning for Zach Wheeler. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, no score.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's go Phils. Phillies and the Mets, no score. Bottom of the 4th, Nick Castellanos leads off. A lot more talk about Nick Castellanos in the pregame media meeting with Rob Thompson and about whether or not he would be lifted for defense late in the game. And he said, we'll see going forward. The pitch, swing and a miss. It does sound like that he feels as though Nick has been slightly more engaged and slightly better here the last couple of days.
Well, that's good. You got to figure out a way, this team, just to get past all that, learn from it, get past it.
Nothing in one, the count. Here's the pitch. That's down and away. One other factor that the Phillies certainly consider when deciding whether or not to make that move and upgrade the defense late in a game is the ballpark they're playing in. The 1-1 pitch is fouled away. In Miami, the outfield gaps are considerably deeper than what you've got here at Citizens Bank Park, so this is a place where they're less likely to lift him, whereas bigger ballparks elsewhere is more likely to happen. 1-2 pitch, and that's upstairs, especially if it's center field. That you're talking about give back, big gaps, and you get Rojas in there to cover it, and Marsh and Kepler on the corners. 2-2 on the way to Castellanos, and he takes. Good take there, breaking ball down and away. The count's full, 3-2.
Yeah, in fact, when we talk about that particular move, Rob actually used the term with Rojas. When he talks about him, he's a weapon, defensive weapon. That's what he does.
Next pitch, swung on, a little flare into center. That'll be a base hit. And a good at-bat to start the frame for Nick Castellanos. Second inning in a row for the Phillies to get their leadoff man aboard.
You know, it's so easy when we talk about baseball and think about baseball is you think about the big hitter on the bench. That's a weapon. You got a closer, and he's going to come in the back of that pen. He's a weapon. No one ever talks about a defensive weapon. And I think Rojas in center at times, like you said, in certain parks, he can be a weapon.
Here is Kepler, who flied to right his first time up. Tidwell out of the stretch, kicks and deals, and the pitch is way outside for ball one. They play the third baseman, Beatty, a good 35 feet off the line and back a little bit at third base. The pitch, swung on, fouled away, third base side.
It's quite a drive home last night at 2, and we got back at like 2:15, and then they had the big storm. And I know you live up in the trees somewhere. I had a hard time getting to my place.
Yeah, I live in the trees, and there were trees everywhere. The pitch, swing and a miss. And at 2:40 in the morning, my regular route home, I got detoured 3 times. I found streets that were blocked by the township, and I had to go a little bit further around, and a little bit further around, and a little bit further around. 1-2 pitch, and that's up and in. And when there's no light at my house, it is dark. Fortunately, we got the power back on about 1 o'clock today. Thank you.
Today. Oh.
And I'll just go ahead and give a shout out, because the people that have to fix that when it goes down, and I chose to live in the area I live in knowing full well that tree limbs come down, and in a storm like that, a lot of them came down, and it causes a lot of problems. But those folks are working hard to get the power back on. And 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul, third base side, long run. Beatty going into foul ground, and he's not going to get there. It did not look like Beatty gave it a full sprint right off the bat.
I mean, literally, it's almost like the way that he went at this, like he was running with cramps in both legs. And that's what a visual of what it looked like. It was maybe half speed.
So the count remains 2-2. That's a catchable ball. But again, as we said, Beatty was so far off the line, he did have a long way to go. Tidwell set, checks on Castellanos at first. The pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. And Kepler, the 4th strikeout victim of the night. You had power?
Oh, did I had power. I charged my phone. I had internet. I had coffee this morning, Scott Fransky.
I had to drive to find coffee, and let me tell you, the Wawa nearby was loaded with people trying to do the same thing.
I was thinking of you when I was gargling with mine.
Here's JT Realmuto, and he takes up and in. The very local, the hyper-local coffee shop that I would go to right down the street.
Yes.
It, of course, was not open because they were closed because they had no power. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss. JT, a base hit to right his first time up. And they give him that right side wide open again as McNeil is way up the middle. JT kind of shaking his head after swinging at that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4th inning, no score. The pitch. That's down low. JT now with a hit in 12 of his last 14 games. Two and 1. And the right-hander fires. And the pitch swung on and missed. Breaking ball. Kind of a half-hearted swing.
Completely fooled on that. Tidwell has a very quick arm action. It's almost like a short arm, so the ball can get on you a little bit. And he already throws 96 to 98.
2-2. Swung on, line to left. There's a base hit. And he hung that breaking ball, and JT was ready for it. Pulls it in a left, stopping at second Castellanos. And 2 are aboard for Bryson Stott.
And that's where Tidwell, it's just not there yet. I mean, the slider up, the sweeper up. Believe it or not, it was rated as one of the best sliders in the Mets organization in the minor leagues. But when it comes up here, he just can't use it correctly. In the first game that he pitched, he had 29 pitches that he used the slider 29 times. Only had 3 swing and misses because he leaves it up. It's a good job by JT.
Phillies 0 for 2 thus far with runners in scoring position. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch to Bryson Stott. He takes, and it's down low, ball 1.
I mean, you lose power like that. How much time do you give the food in your fridge before you're in?
It's a great question. I was too tired to think about the food in the fridge.
We're going to be able to see it. The light didn't work in there.
The 1-0 pitch, and that's down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. And Torrens wants to jog out and talk with the young right-hander Tidwell. I don't know what the sounds like a Friday night roundtable topic.
Yeah.
Right up there with, do you wash a ball cap in the dishwasher or not?
I had a lot of people helping me on that on X. Yeah. That little thing you were talking about, or something about the plastic.
Right.
I know right where to get that baby now.
Did you order one already?
Oh no.
Oh,
no,
okay.
but so just so you know,
that's still in existence. That thing is
yes.
still a real. Okay.
No joke. I can't believe you brought that up. I left today to come here, and there are 3 hats in my top rack. My wife's out of town. So
did you do them with the dishes?
Yep. Brooks out of town.
2 balls and no strikes
100%.
to Bryson Stott. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. And for those of you who weren't with us for that conversation this week, well, might be a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
2-1. Stott walked his first time up. The pitch. And that's outside. 2 days ago, Bryson Stott had his first multi-hit game since May the 29th. And then he followed it up with another one the very next day. So back-to-back multi-hit efforts for Stott. He's got a hitter's count now. 3 balls and a strike. Is Tidwell ready? He kicks the pitch. And it's down and in. And that's ball 4. Bases are loaded. And Otto Kemp with another chance against Tidwell. And we're going to get another visit by Jeremy Hefner.
Kevin Long, the other day, we were talking about Otto Kemp and just the swing. You know, we all saw him down in spring more than anything, but he loves it. And I said, you like to swing? He goes, well, there's a lot of things I love. One of the biggest things is the simplicity of it. Not just the swing, but the setup. And he goes, he's so balanced. It's a simple swing. And so when things go a little awry, it's easy to spot. Right? There's not a lot of movement. His hands are quiet. His lower half is quiet. He has a big lower half. His head stays still. So he said it's so easy to work with somebody like that because there's just not a lot of moving parts to deal with. Love the swing.
Well, Otto Kemp, who had 14 home runs at Lehigh Valley, still looking for number one here, looking for a big hit with the bases loaded. That's what he'd love to get the Phillies on the board. First pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 0-1 the count. Kemp struck out his first time up against Tidwell, who again faced him a few times in the minors this season. Yellow batting gloves, both hands for Kemp. He waits. Tidwell kicks the 0-1, and that fastball is in for a strike. And he falls behind quickly at 0-2. Base is full with Castellanos at third, Real Muto at second, Stott at first. Tidwell ahead of the count, comes set at the belt. He kicks in the 0-2. Breaking ball fouled back. And again, that one was a bit of a hanger.
Sure was.
Still 0-2 as Kemp back into the box. The guard right center with Taylor in center. Do the Mets. The stretch in the 0-2. And it's up high. Lays off. And that four-seamer was 93?
Yep. Yeah, that was the second one this at-bat that has been 93.
Running out of gas a little bit, perhaps. They're getting a left-hander loose in the pen, are the Mets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a high hopper to third. Beatty jumping. He's got it. Fires to second for one. On to first. Not in time. And Jeff McNeil says there was contact at second with Stott on the slide. And Stott is out at second. But whether or not the Mets challenge some sort of interference at second base remains to be seen. They're not going to. And it's a 1-0 Phillies lead. Hard to believe Jeff McNeil would complain about something.
That's a good point. Bryson got to the base, and he didn't go past the bag. He popped up just a tad, tried to stay low, but McNeil got to be a little tougher than that, make the play.
Well, fifth RBI for Kemp, and that gets the Phillies on the board, and that will be it for Blade Tidwell. Pitching change timeout brought to you by Pennington Grass Seed, official partner of the Phillies grounds.
The future of baseball takes the field at the 2025 MLB Draft Combine. Get one-of-a-kind access to over 300 top prospects as we take you in the cage, on the field, and into the sky during 6 straight hours of live coverage, plus exclusive interviews with the players who could become your team's next superstar.
I've leg kicked for a while. I've kind of been flowy with my hands.
The 2025 MLB Draft Combine. Coverage continues right here on MLB Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Did not go well for him with the Diamondbacks, but he's been pitching well for the Mets. At least he has a nice, tidy ERA. He has walked 6 and allowed 12 hits in 11 innings, but somehow has done so with a .82 earned run average. And the first pitch to Marsh is down at the knees for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Castillo, time called as Brandon Marsh steps out. Castillo actually pitched here at Citizens Bank Park as a member of the Diamondbacks, suffered a blown save, and the Phillies rallied to beat Arizona back on May the 2nd here. 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch, swing and a miss. He was brought on to face Kyle Schwarber, and both he and Max Kepler took him deep.
Ugh.
0-2 the count. And the pitch. And this is slapped to left. That's a base hit. Dumps it into shallow left for an RBI as JT will score. Stopping at second is Kemp. And Brandon Marsh with a soft single the other way gives the Phillies a 2-0 lead.
Well, he throws a slider, a sinker to left-handed batters. He has a four-seam and changer, but he's not going to throw those. It's sinker slider. He goes to the slider here. Just hangs up just enough right off the end of the bat. I got to tell you, it's really good extension by Brandon. He could easily cut that swing off. He'd never get that pitch, but now with that extension that he's using, gets a little bleeder.
Here's Trey Turner. Turner 0 for 2 tonight as Castillo kicks and delivers, and the pitch swung on, grounded sharply, but right at Lindor. He'll flip it to McNeil, and that'll end things. But the Phillies get on the board first tonight. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 men left, and we're headed to...
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game. That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
JT Real Muto Bobble figurine on Friday, July 18th at 6:45 p.m. when the Phils host the Angels. Purchase tickets at Phillies.com.
Phillies with a 2-0 lead now as we play the top of the 5th inning, and Zach Wheeler back to the hill. Here against the Mets. Mets trying to avoid their 7th straight loss. Just got swept in Atlanta. Braves, meanwhile, they've gone on to Miami. And they trail 4-1 to the Marlins, bottom of the 5th inning there. First pitch to Tyrone Taylor is in for a called strike. Oh, 1 the count. And the windup and the pitch. And that's inside. One ball, 1 strike. Wheeler up to 6 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul. First base side, ranging over Kemp and Stott, who wants it. And Kemp stays with it and makes the running catch. Castellanos sliding down behind both of them. But Otto Kemp makes the play. And there's out number 1.
The guy who makes the catch has the toughest play by far out of all of them. And I think if I had to choose, I'll be honest with you, the play, he made the catch, bottom line. Bryson Stott, that's probably his ball. And he was there. That's in his territory, but nice job by Otto to stay with it.
Here's Francisco Lindor. 0 for 2 tonight. And the pitch. Lindor takes a called strike. Coming off his best year so far as a Met last year. 33 homers, 91 runs batted in. Pitch, and that missed inside. But he's 0 for his last 17 now as he stands in. Wheeler with a windup in the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Lindor waits on Wheeler. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt.
Yeah, well, with Juan Soto now heating up, Pete Alonso, of course, hitting 4th, who really has kind of been their RBI machine. It's so important, like in the scouting report, to get Lindor out, to get Nimmo out. Don't let these guys on base, especially with walks.
2-2 on the way. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. High fastball up and away, and Wheeler gets strikeout number 7 on the night. And Lindor kind of looking out, joking with Wheeler there. Not sure what. He was guessing one thing and didn't get what he thought. Here is Nimmo, and he takes a little bit high. 1-0.
Well, that's the second swing that we've seen tonight where he was so late. The ball was literally in JT's glove about on the swing.
1-0 pitch. And that's a little bit high. And that was a cutter, correct?
Yep.
I mean,
yep.
Wasn't even his 4-seamer. 2-0 to Nimmo. Swing and a miss. Two and 1. Nimmo 1 for 2. Singled in the first. Struck out last time around in the third. Here's the wind and the 2-1 pitch. And that one's a strike called. And this lineup, you know, I mean, Lindor's struggling right now, of course, but that's not going to last forever. But super top heavy and a little bit like the Phillies have been for a good bit of the year until really lately. Time called by Nimmo. But it's hard to complain too much about the seasons those top 4 or 5 guys are having.
Right.
Certainly the top 4.
Right.
But after that, you start to, you know, it's a long season. You're going to need more production up and down the lineup. Next pitch just misses down and in. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nimmo trying to keep the inning alive and get aboard for Soto next. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Wheeler. Swinging a fly ball center field. Back into his left goes Marsh. Still going back to the track. Reaches, can't get it. It's over his head and lands on the track. Nimmo's coming into second. He's going to hold there as Marsh's throw will come back into third. It'll be a double for Brandon Nimmo. And that will bring up Juan Soto.
Boy, that ball really carried.
Yeah, it did.
I think it surprised Brandon a little bit, too. He was on his horse in full stride. Now, his angle probably wasn't quite the best. The ball sailed. I don't think there's much wind, but it definitely sailed on him.
It was kind of behind him when it came down.
Yeah.
Well, the Phillies had just taken a 2-0 lead. Now the Mets with Juan Soto at the plate against Wheeler, representing the tying run. And the first pitch on the way, it's taken for a called strike one.
Well, that's Zach Wheeler's 93rd pitch. So if you're the Mets right now, similar to the Phillies yesterday with Cabrera, they were trying to get the starter out of there. And I think Zach Wheeler at some point here is going to run out of pitches.
0-1 the count and the pitch. That's down and away. Now you wonder if this might be the last inning either way.
Right.
The Phillies would have the luxury of an extra day off between tonight and Wheeler's next start. The stretch and his 1-1 pitch. Fastball, strike called, and it's 1-2. Also coming off the game in which he threw 94 pitches his last time out. Time called as Soto asks for a moment at the plate. He has walked twice against Wheeler tonight. Two-0 Phillies lead. Runner at second for the Mets, 2 outs. Juan Soto waves the bat back and forth, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, no. Phil Cuzzy says he didn't go around. Wow. Would love to see a replay of that. That's not good.
Nope.
That's ridiculous, in fact. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And it's down low. 2-2 splitter. Three balls, 2 strikes. Soto waits. Wheeler ready. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Wheeler takes a peek back at Phil Cuzzy. Says, I got him anyway. Soto down on strikes, number 8 on the night for Zach Wheeler. 5 scoreless thus far. Phillies lead 2-0.
Hi, this is Dave Barlow from Barlow Buick GMC. Summer is here and so are the red, white, and drive savings. Take advantage of the huge rebates and dealer discounts on the GMC.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Castillo of the Mets. They leave the left-hander on the mound. They've got a righty loosening up. And so do the Phillies. Here with a 2-0 lead. Castillo kicks and delivers, and Schwarber swings and pulls it right side past the dive of Alonso. It's a base hit. Kyle Schwarber, who today reaches 10 years service time in the major leagues, and congratulations to Kyle on getting to what is a really remarkable achievement, as Carlos Mendoza is going to go get the right-hander. But Kyle Schwarber, of 23,500 or so players to ever get to the major leagues for even one day, Kyle Schwarber among about 1,650 to get to 10 years service time.
It's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive. Pitching change, timeout, 2-0 Phillies lead it. We're back in a moment on the Phillies Radio Network.
Hey, Philly, it's me.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The Mets, as he's coming on here to face Alec Bohm. Nobody out, runner on for the Phillies. Bohm is 5 for 11 with 3 homers lifetime off this right-hander. Bohm also a prime double play candidate, and no doubt the Mets looking for that with a runner at first. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Bootho, a 2-1 record, a 2.89 ERA. Tonight, his 28th appearance of the year for the Mets. Opponents hitting .244 against him. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. And it's up and in. Did it hit the bat or him? I think foul ball as that hit the bat, but that's up and in at Alec Bohm. And the Phillies double checking to make sure that didn't hit Alec. Well, it hit the bat all right. Check swing. The pitch was way up and in though, but definitely hit the bat. 1-1 the count. Buto delivers. And a breaking ball that just missed.
Buto basically has 5 pitches. He'll throw everything. 4-seam slider, sinker, changeup, so on, sweeper. The trick, though, is his ground ball percentage is not anything to brag about. I mean, it's basically major league average. Just got to get something up in the zone.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Down.
Not like that.
With that one.
Good pitch. 88-mile-an-hour slider down.
Bohm is 0 for 2 tonight. He's flied to center and struck out looking. 2-2 the count. And the pitch. And it's in the dirt. Good stop by Terens. Phillies are getting Taijuan Walker loose, as he will be the pitcher for the Phillies, it would appear, in the 6th. Whatever Kyle Schwarber is saying over there, it's got Pete Alonso laughing a little bit. Count is full, 3-2. Buto kicks, runner goes. The pitch swung on, bounced on the ground to short. Lindor's only play is over to first. He'll make it in plenty of time, but Bohm stays out of the double play by starting the runner, and Phillies get a man to scoring position for Castellanos. Castellanos base hit his last time up and would come around to score the first run of the game for the Phils. 1 for 2 overall. Buto delivers, and the pitch fouled at the plate. Oh and 1. Buto, with all those pitches, came up as a starter. And he's found a home in their bullpen for sure. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. A bullpen that's had to be put to use here of late. They have some starters falling by the wayside left and right here. Kodai Senga. Tyler McGill, who's going to be out at least a month. They may get Frankie Montas next week. That may or may not be a good thing for the Mets, given the way his rehab has gone. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball hit past the mound weakly, charging Lindor, bare hand pick, throw to first. He got him. Nice play by Francisco Lindor. Down to third goes Schwarber. That was a really sure-handed play.
You know, and he barehanded this ball. So I'll be honest with you, watching him get this, he barehands it on the dirt for one, which is a little bit more difficult. And that thing was rolling pretty hard. That would have been, for me, like a 2 hands down low type of stutter step play. He just went for it bare hand. He misses that ball. It completely goes into the outfield.
Here's Max Kepler, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Runner at third base for the Phils, who lead 2-0. Butel, long look for the sign. Now delivers in the pitch. Check swing. That's up and away. Mets said this week that it's likely Montas could start next week against Atlanta. His rehab clock is about to end. They signed him in the offseason. His rehab starts has produced about a 12 ERA. The 1-0 is way outside. A ton of hits allowed, a lot of home runs allowed. And Carlos Mendoza, the Mets manager, said, hey, look, I get it. His numbers is giving up hits. We signed the guy. He's healthy, and we're going to see if he can flip the switch and turn it on when it matters, the 2-0. And that's up high. And right now, they just don't have that many options. I mean, Tidwell, again, was a kind of a late call to start tonight's game, in fact. Three-0 count on Kepler with Real Muto next. The pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. Kepler's faced Buto 3 times. He's reached base all 3 times against him. 2 hits and a walk. He's ahead of the count here, 3-1 with a runner at third. 2-0 Phillies. And the pitch. Swing and a foul off the end of the bat, third base side. Still 3-2. We'll pause for station identification. This is the Philadelphia Phillies Radio Network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station.
With Kevin Stocker, I'm Scott Fransky with you from Citizens Bank Park tonight. Full house on hand as the Phillies lead the Mets 2-0. Runner at third base and 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. The count full on Max Kepler, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Buto fell behind 3-0, but comes back to strike out Kepler. And the Phillies do not score after the leadoff single by Schwarber. He's left stranded. We're going to the 6th. It is 2-0 Phillies.
Hey, Fightin' Phils fans, every time the Phillies strike out 10 or more batters in a home game, you score with BetMGM.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And then setting the single-season home run record for most first-half home runs by a catcher. That used to be Johnny Bench. It is now Cal Raleigh. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
Well, the Phillies are going to the bullpen here in the 6th inning. Zach Wheeler with 5 scoreless innings, but 98 pitches thrown in those 5 innings. So it's another former Met, Taijuan Walker, on in relief. His first pitch at 94 miles an hour is over at the knees to Pete Alonso for a called strike one. 16th appearance. And the 0-1 pitch. And that one is a little bit wide for a ball. As Walker, the bullpen experiment continuing. And the pitch. Alonso swings and hits one deep center field. Marsh back at the track and out of room. It's gone. Off the ivy and the bricks in center, and Pete Alonso puts the Mets on the board. His 18th home run of the season, cutting the lead in half. It's 2-1. That'll bring up Jeff McNeil. And Walker delivers, and McNeil takes up high, ball one. Zach Wheeler tonight, 98 pitches, threw a lot of pitches, especially the first 3 innings, as this one is fouled away to the left side. And that's why he can only go 5 here tonight. Boy, just too elevated there. 1-1. And that's blasted to right. And Castellanos turns, and just like that, the game is tied. Jeff McNeil homers off of Taijuan Walker, and the Mets go back-to-back. And after 5 scoreless from Zach Wheeler, it's 2 batters later. He'll get a no decision, And we start over 2-2.
Well, I tell you, it's Pete Alonso at 106.2. Jeff McNeil there, 105.9. Both off speed. Well, one was a cutter, one was a splitter, but everything is up right now out of the bullpen, and that's not going to be good for Taiwan.
Here is Jared Young, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike. And you wonder if that might force the Phillies to,
I would think so,
make another phone call. The pitch. Breaking ball down and in.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Tanner Banks up and throwing out in the bullpen, Phillies bullpen.
The 1-1, and that's inside. Taijuan Walker, this is his 8th relief appearance. He had 8 starts as well. 2-1, and that's hit in the air to center, but straight away, and Marsh backing up will get there and make the catch.
Looks like Taiwan actually came in and got a ball, and then he told JT to come on out. He wanted to have a little conversation with JT. Not sure what this is about, but it was Taiwan that instigated the conversation on the mound.
Luis Torrens is the batter. Interesting.
Yep.
And long enough conversation that Jonathan Parra, the plate umpire, going out to break up the conversation. Tanner Banks getting ready. That's 3 homers given up by Walker as reliever in 11 and a third. The pitch, and that's down low. In a starter's role, he gave up 3 homers in 37 innings. 1-0 to Torrens, who is 1 for 2 on the night. And the pitch, that's down low. Two 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike called. Breaking ball. Walker steps and deals the 2-1. Swung on, line towards center. That's going to be a base hit. And 3 of the 4 batters with hits against Walker, 2 of them homers. Here's a single, and that looks like it'll be all for Taijuan Walker. And Walker, who unfortunately no stranger to having heard it from these fans here from last season, and he will hear it again when he departs here tonight. As Brett Beatty.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Left-hander Tanner Banks now on in relief, coming on to face Brett Beatty. Lefty-lefty matchup here. With 1 out, 1 on in a 2-2 game. Phillies had a 2-0 lead, but 6 pitches into the outing for Taijuan Walker, the Mets had tied it on home runs by Alonso and McNeil. Beatty 0 for 2. And Banks kicks and deals, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. The Mets opt not to pinch hit for Brett Beatty. They have a full complement of right-handed bats available off the bench. Banks looks at first. Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss. The other thing about this is that it complicates the next time through the order, I think, for the Phillies. The 0-2 pitch is down and away. By having to go to Banks here, you can't go to him for Nimmo, Soto, McNeil, etc.
Yep.
The next time through, which I believe was probably the working theory. 1-2 pitch, and it's way outside. Not that they couldn't go to Matt Strom that next time around. Strom did throw 19 pitches yesterday. Snap throw over to first and diving back in, 2 days ago. So he would have to be used again. They probably won't have Kirkering available tonight.
Right.
Romano's pretty well rested. The 2-2 to Beatty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 95 down the middle. And boy, Tanner Banks with a little extra zip on that. I mean, he's average 92.5 with his four-seamer, but that was
gas.
Tanner Banks gas right there.
Well,
here is Tyrone Taylor. And the pitch to Taylor is a strike called. Taylor, a right-handed batter in the lineup tonight against Wheeler. He actually has hit a little better against righties than he has lefties this season. 2 outs, 2-2 the score, and the pitch is fouled away, and 0-2 the count now. The stretch by Banks, and the 0-2, and that's down and away. JT having to lunge for that one to catch it. Runner at first, Terens. He is property of Taijuan Walker. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and that's down and away. I mean, the other thing you could potentially do is if Banks gets Taylor, you could just leave him out there to start the 7th. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back and out of play.
I mean, would that want to push it? I mean, I like the way you're thinking.
2-2, and it's down low. Well, he perhaps is going to face Lindor here in the 6th if he doesn't get Taylor. Three balls, 2 strikes. Terens will be off with the pitch. The pitch on the way. It's bounced foul down the third base side.
I don't think Terens was ready yet.
I don't think he was either.
Yeah.
His feet appeared to be stuck in the dirt. Banks ready again. The kick and the pitch. Swung on. Little floater back of first in foul ground. Otto Kemp lunging for it, makes the catch. A little bit of a stumble on the initial break by Kemp, but he's able to keep his feet reaching up in the air, and he keeps that one in the mitt for out number 3. 2 runs, 3 hits, a man left. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, a 2-2 game.
So, you get in your car and head to work, and the check engine light.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Jose Butto back to work for the 6th inning. Here as the Phillies will send Realmuto, Stott, and Kemp to the plate. A 2-2 game now. JT is 2 for 2 on the night. See if he can get aboard and start something here in the 6th. And the pitch. And that is a little bit low. And, well, there's nobody warming in the Phillies bullpen.
It might be Tanner Banks is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wait till we get, wait till there's an out.
1-0 pitch, and that's a called strike.
But it makes sense, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean,
you turn Lindor around, you face the 2 lefties. 1-2-3 inning, boom.
Done.
In a perfect world. 1-1, swing and a miss. And we know that it always works just the way you draw it up, right?
Right, exactly.
That's how life is.
Totally. That's how life is. Yes.
Yeah, all you have to do is plan, and everything will go according to plan all the time. Right? 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's down and away. Two and 2 the count. The windup and the pitch. And that one bounces in. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mets and Phillies have taken their turns atop the division at different points so far this season. Each team had leads that they have squandered, as the first half has been a bit of a roller coaster, I'd say. The Phillies have definitely ridden the highs and lows. Count full. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's taken for a called third strike.
Oh, my gosh,
wow,
that's
that
not
pitch
even
was
close.
so low. Oh. And Jonathan Parra. Wow, that's really bad.
That's egregious. I mean, and that's huge, too, because that's your leadoff hitter in JT. And this is well below the strike zone. Not even close. Oh.
That's like 3 balls below the zone.
Yep.
Here's Stott, and Butto steps off, and he's been given a pitch timer violation. Well, there's one thing he got right. So the 1-0 pitch to Stott. It's taken, and it's in there for a called strike. Stott 2 walks tonight against Tidwell, the 1-1 pitch. And that's down low. Or was it?
I mean, did that not look like the same location?
It did pretty much look like
Yeah.
the same location.
I mean, umpires are going to miss their pitches, just really poor timing.
2-1 pitch. And that one, another strike below the zone. And Stott asks for a timeout. Phillies are not real happy. I mean, there were some other calls by Parra in that last inning that Wheeler was on the mound, and then the check swing that wasn't called. And that one probably, I guess, an ABS strike, technically speaking, right? 2-2 pitch, and that one is a called third strike. That was definitely a strike. And Stott, who had dropped the bat, he says something to Parra. And so that'll bring up Otto Kemp. Still 2-2 ball game.
Oh, now the Phils need a double. Get himself into scoring position here.
3 straight strikeouts for Butto. And the pitch. Check swing. And they ask it first. They said he swung. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, well outside the zone. Time called by Otto Kemp. Hitless tonight, he's 0 for 2, did drive in a run with a ground out back in the 4th inning, beating out a potential double play ball. Give the Phillies a 1-0 lead at the time. Now it's 2-2 in the 6th. Butto ready in the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side. Lindor charges, gloves it, transfers, throws. He got it. So there's a 1-2-3 inning for Jose Butto with a little help from Jonathan Parra. We'll go to the 7th. It's still a 2-2 game.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
38 games since snapping an 0 for 31 skid. He's been really good. Nice job, Brandon. Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com.
2-2 ball game. We start the 7th, and Tanner Banks does remain on the mound for the Phillies. Francisco Lindor turns around about right-handed against him. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch to Lindor is swinging a foul. That almost hit Brandon Nimmo in the on-deck circle. He ducked out of the way. It just missed him. Did you see the bat from Sal Frelick yesterday in Chicago? He lost the handle on his bat. It got stuck in the netting behind home plate at Wrigley Field, about 10 or 12 feet up in the netting, the 0-1 pitch, and it bounces in there. And a fan Spider-Man'd up the netting to pull the bat out of the net. He just climbed. He was in the first row sitting there, and he just climbs up the netting, pulls the bat down. Pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. Turner and Stott converge. Stott is calling. He makes the catch. There's one away. Of course, he got all kinds of cheers, but security immediately escorted him out.
They did?
Right, for climbing on the netting.
Did they stop the game for him to do it?
He actually was super quick about it, from what I could tell.
Okay.
Maybe the highlights were somewhat edited that I saw. I don't know, but it seemed like he just jumped into action and just climbed up there and got the bat.
I knew Spider-Man was real.
Here's a swing and a miss by Nimmo. Nothing in one the count.
And he's
but
in Chicago.
They let him back into his seats, and when he came back to his seats, the crowd really went wild for him.
Wait a minute.
0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Well, they thought security was kicking him out.
Yeah, I mean, what did they take him in the back and scold him?
Yeah.
How dare you do that? Next time you won't be able to come back.
I don't know what they did.
I did not see it, but I will go find it.
0-2 quickly on Nimmo, who's 2 for 3 tonight. Banks ready. Long set. Still holding. Clock is down to 2. He'll deliver. And it misses. He bounces it up there. That was a Max Scherzer kind of hold right there.
Right.
Banks sets up first base side of the rubber. He comes set. Letter high. And the 1-2 to Nimmo. Check swing. That is off the plate away. Count 2-2. Banks set. And the pitch. Swung on, hit sharply to short. Backhand pick. Turner, he's got it. Throw to first. The stretch by Kemp, and they got him. What a play. Trey Turner and Otto Kemp, if he held the bag. In fact, that's a heck of a play on both ends. And the Mets will not challenge it.
Wow. Trey Turner down to a knee again on the backhand side. He's very good at getting his eyes behind that baseball.
Oof.
Kemp actually came off. I mean, he was way up, but they're not challenging that.
Wow, I'm really surprised they didn't take a shot to challenge that.
What a play by Trey.
Here's Juan Soto, the pitch. Banks delivers a fastball for a called strike. Now Soto, he is a left-handed batter, but, well, I don't know. Maybe the inch-long spike is still on the bag. Next pitch up and in. But Soto has a 920 OPS against lefties. Now some of that is bolstered by walks, but This is not your typical left-on-left advantage for the pitcher. The 1-1, and it's a breaking ball down and away. In fact, Pete Alonso on deck hits much better against righties than he does against lefties. The 2-1 pitch, and there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Soto nods yes. Scrapes at the dirt. He's back in the box. Banks ready. Long set, time called. Banks ready to deliver. Parra granted him time. Phillies were pretty vocal with Jonathan Parra in between the last half inning, so much so that he took the mask off and told the Phillies dugout to cool it. Banks, the 2-2. Swung on, little floater to first. Backhand pick by Kemp. Gets up, tosses to Banks, and he got him. Heck of a play. Otto Kemp at first. Soto is gone, and so are the Mets. Laying out down on his belly with a backhand one-hop pickup. Otto Kemp flashing some leather here in the...
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Hits. The Phils have 6 hits. Phils got their 2 runs in the 4th inning. Otto Kemp drove in a run with a fielder's chores. Brandon Marsh, a single that drove in another one. But Taijuan Walker came in for Zach Wheeler and gave up back-to-back home runs in the 6th inning. That's what tied it up. But it is now basically a 3-inning ball game for the Phils at this point. PGW fueling the future.
Brandon Marsh leads off against a new pitcher for the Mets, right-hander Reed Garrett. His first pitch should totally have been called a strike, but it was ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Marsh against Garrett, who's 2-2 with a 1.23 earned run average. Next pitch, that's down low. Marsh 2 for 2, an RBI single his last time up. The pitch. Swinging a smash, pulled foul past first. Well, Garrett's been really dependable. It's his 31st appearance. Opponents are hitting only 194 against him. He's given up 1 homer all season in 29 1/3. Garrett delivers, and the pitch swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. They just had another shot on Apple TV where they zoomed in on it. And I can't, on my monitor, I can't quite tell if that foot is off the bag. I mean, there's a little bit of daylight there, but they can zoom in on some of these monitors so tight to see whether or not his cleat or whatever is still on the back of the base. The pitch. Marsh swings, hits a bouncer foul up the first base line.
I just can't believe they didn't challenge it.
I mean, at this stage of the game, just take a shot.
Right. I mean, I just can't believe it. But fortunate for the Phillies, and it was a terrific play by both players, but
Reed Garrett ready. And the pitch. And it's swung on, line down the left field line, slicing. It's a fair ball. It's going to the left field corner. Marsh around first. He'll head to second. He'll stop there with a leadoff double against Garrett. And Brandon Marsh, a 3-hit game in progress, gets himself into scoring position here with nobody out in the 7th. Ninth double of the year for Brandon. Boy, and he just continues his turnaround. A totally different player since coming back off the injured list.
It's unbelievable. It's great. Great for him. Good
Here's
for him.
a pickoff play at second. McNeil cutting in late. No tag as Marsh got back easily. Trey Turner without a hit so far tonight. He's 0 for 3. He'll at the very least try to move this runner along. Garrett ready and delivers in the pitch. It's way outside for ball 1.
I think back to that play we were talking about. The Mets didn't review, and I think to myself, if they had called him safe, would the Phillies have reviewed it? And I don't think so.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. If they had called him safe, would the Phillies have challenged it? Yeah, because you think it was that obvious.
I don't think that Rob Thompson or the Phillies would have challenged. I think they would have said, yeah, he's off. Doesn't matter, right, at this point?
I guess not.
Yeah.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's up high. Two balls and a strike. Garrett bends slightly at the waist as he sets letter high. He looks back at second base, and his 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
Well, Trey's not trying to move the runner. I mean, he's just swinging. Now with 2 strikes, of course, you just have to try to battle.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on. Little blue down the right field line. That's going to work out great. It'll fall in for a base hit. Marsh coming around. He'll score. Turner into second with a bloop double with 2 strikes. And Turner has put the Phillies back on top. It's 3-2.
All right, Trey.
Well, Trey said to you the other day when we had him on the air, he said with 2 strikes, he said, I'm definitely going to chase sometimes, but not with 2 strikes. Once I get to 2 strikes, I'm trying to shorten up. I'm trying to, use the whole field, that kind of thing. Here's Schwarber. Runner at second, the pitch. Schwarber, a swing and a miss. And he's, again, he'll go up there and try to take his shot.
Sure.
Until he gets 2 strikes. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. That's down low. I mean, that swing looks like he's trying to either hit the ball to the right side or just foul it off and stay alive.
Yeah. Talking about Trey, right?
Right.
Yeah. And it was a slider away. The pitch before, he went fishing outside the zone. I mean, that ball was way out. I think that's where Garrett was trying to put it. But, yeah, nice job by Trey extending out there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Garrett ready at the letters. Still nobody out. The pitch to Schwarber. And it's up and in. Checked his swing.
What's interesting here, Francisco Lindor, the shortstop, is standing on second base. So it's a little bit of bleed to the shortstop side, right? That way he's not in violation of playing on the wrong side of the base, but he's not moving. He's just staying right there on the base through the pitch. Now he's going to back.
2-1. And it's outside. But with Lindor there and the runner at second, of course, they can't move Beatty way off the line at third because of the threat of Turner going. Now, it's not as big a threat with nobody out, but 3-1 pitch, and that's a strike. And it's 3-2. Schwarber tonight, a hit, a walk. He's also popped out. Phillies in front, 3-2, bottom of the seventh. Reed Garrett ready at the letters. Looks back at second base. And the pitch. And it bounces in the dirt, blocked by Torrens, but it's a walk to Schwarber. 3 straight have reached against Reed Garrett. And here comes Jeremy Hefner to the mound. And he's going to make another visit and this time talk to Garrett, who again has been really dependable, but 3 straight batters have reached against him. And Rob Thompson talks all the time about his players. When they're at their best, they're using the whole field. We see Marsh go the other way with a double, Turner go the other way with a double.
There's a lot of hits the other way.
Yeah.
They really are. Interesting meeting there, and I again, with Trey Turner out there, when you have speed on the bases, and on the base, excuse me, and Schwarber's okay, but he's at first base. I think there's a conversation about where do you want to throw the ball, really understand who you have up there as far as you could possibly steal a base.
Alec Bohm, the batter now. Garrett delivers, and the pitch way outside, ball 1. Bohm with some of the best numbers in his career against Reed Garrett. He's 4 for 7 with a double and a walk in the 8 times up against him. The stretch by Garrett and the pitch, and that one is a called strike, and it's a 1-1 count now. Pretty good pitch there by Garrett. Alec is hitless tonight. He's 0 for 3. Garrett's pitch, swung on, hit the other way. A base hit into right. Turner coming around third. He'll be waved home. And the throw is taken by Alonso and cut. He'll throw to third and safe the call at third as Schwarber is in there under the tag of Beatty. And Alec Bohm with another opposite field hit for the Phils. Phillies lead it 4-2.
How about Kyle Schwarber? I got done talking about the speed at second. Kyle goes first to third, super aggressive. Juan Soto in right field, not known for his defense. And I got to tell you, I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. I don't think he thought that Schwarber would go. When he came in to throw this ball to his cutoff man, Pete Alonso, he just flat out lobbed it. It was an absolute lob.
It was a really lazy throw.
It's just not quality defense by Juan Soto.
That's it for Reed Garrett. He faces 4 hitters. He retires none of them. And the Phillies are in front 4-2. We've got another pitching change. Timeout. Back in a moment on the Phillies Radio Network.
At Citizens Bank Park, great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The
The future of baseball takes the field at the 2025 MLB Draft Combine. Get one-of-a-kind access to over 300 top prospects as we take you in the cage, on the field, and into the sky during 6 straight hours of live coverage, plus exclusive interviews with the players who could become your team's next superstar.
I've leg kicked for a while. I've kind of been flowy with my hands.
The 2025 MLB Draft Combine. Coverage continues right here on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Who was in the big leagues briefly in 21 with Cleveland, briefly in 23 with Boston, and now back in 25 with the Mets. Facing Nick Castellanos, the Phillies are up 4-2. They have runners on the corners, and Castellanos against Garza in the pitch. He swings and floats one to center, another base hit. In to score Schwarber. Stopping at second, Bohm, and Nick Castellanos gets in on the hit parade. The Phillies now lead it 5-2. And it may not be an exit velocity clinic for the Phillies right now in this 7th inning, but it's a clinic of another kind as the Phillies are taking it to the Mets bullpen here in the 7th.
Well, let's see. Turner 73.8 to drive in a run. Bohm 73.4. Castellanos 64.4 on their exit velocities.
Here's Max Kepler and the pitch, and that's inside. What normally happens in that regard is that you get a bunch of bloops of bleeders and then, you know, the 110-mile-an-hour rocket.
Okay. I like where you're going with that.
Likely is an out, right?
Yeah. All right.
Garza ready, the pitch to Kepler, and it's up high. 5-2 now, Phillies, as Castellanos picks up his 37th run batted in. And the Phillies have indeed used the whole field here in this 7th. No doubt about that. The pitch swung on, hit in the air to right, backing up Soto. He's got room. He's going to make the catch. Bohm tagging. He's heading for third. Throw will come into second base. And Kepler retired, but he moves the runner along. So a productive out. And that'll bring up JT Realmuto with runners on the corners. JT 2 for 3 tonight. Ten hits now for the Phils. The pitch, and it's up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Jordan Romano had been up in the Phillies pen. I think he's got company, right?
Yeah, so Romano's still firing, as is Max Lazar now is beside him.
Garza ready, the 1-0, and that one missed outside. Garza, a 31-year-old, former 26th round draft pick. In 2012, out of high school, didn't sign, was drafted in 2015 out of college as the next pitch is up high. An 8th round pick, again by Cleveland. They drafted him twice. He's behind in the count here, 3-0. Stott waiting on deck, the pitch. And JT takes a look at a ball down low for ball 4. Well, here comes Stott with the bases full. And hoping to deliver the knockout punch is Bryson Stott. Phillies up by 3 in the 7th. And the pitch. And it's up high from Garza.
Now Bryson here trying to get something up in the zone that he can drive. Now defensively, the Mets have to play a little bit shallower than double play depth, but not all the way in, especially up the middle. Corners will be.
The 1-0. And he takes, and that's a called strike. 96 down at the knees. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, left center field up the alley. Taylor going back to the wall, looks up, and it's off the base of the fence. 1 run is in. Castellanos coming around third. JT is right behind him, and they both score! Bang, bang at the plate. Bryson Stott cleans them off. Eight to 2, Phillies lead it. In a foot race for the plate, JT nearly caught Castellanos.
That was spectacular.
You ain't kidding, Stock. Infield is in. Here's Otto Kemp. The pitch. Fouled away. A 6-run, 7th inning in progress for the Phillies. I don't know that I've ever seen 2 players so close together scoring like that. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a called strike.
I certainly have never seen that. JT slid and literally slid into the back of him after home plate. It's like going down a slide at a swimming pool.
They literally looked like 2 runners in a race, side by side, coming down the third base line as the pitch is a called third strike on the outside corner. And Otto Kemp is out number 2. And that'll bring up Brandon Marsh, who started all this with an opposite field double. Stott, by the way, credit for his 8th double, 3 runs batted in, which gives him 7 all of a sudden this week. The pitch, and it's a little bit high, ball 1. You know, this 7th inning is going to be the signature inning of this game, you would think, at this point at 8-2, but this could be a very different game if not for the work of Tanner Banks. Here's this pitch is fouled back and out of play. He's the pitcher of record for the Phils, got him out of a jam in the 6th inning, came back out and pitched to score to 7th against the top of the Mets order. 1-1. And the pitch. That's up high.
We just got a shot on our monitors that JT and Castellanos were watching down in the dugout the replay of what was going on. They hadn't. I mean, I'm sure JT behind was either talking to him or Castellanos could feel him on his tail.
2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, right center. Taylor coming over. He's going to get there. He makes the catch. Sides retired. Let's listen in as this crowd applauds the Phillies in their 6-run 7th inning to take control of this one against their division rivals. We'll go to the 8th. Phillies lead it 8-2.
Hurt in an accident?
Call Mongaluzzi.
Hurt at work?
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns,
Perfect balance.
interviews with the players,
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
and a little bit
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
5 p.m. Grab tickets today at Phillies.com.
Well, we go to the 8th inning. It's going to be Max Lazar to take over on the mound for the Phillies. Lazar, as the Phillies now lead it 8-2 in this opening game of a 3-game series. A win tonight puts the Phillies back into sole possession of the first place in the National League East as Pete Alonso takes down an in-ball one. 6 more outs to get in this one. And the pitch on the way. It's popped up, back of first. Kemp going out. He's under it. He'll make the catch. Pete Alonso harmlessly fouls out for out number 1. Just so many things about that play.
Oh.
And one we didn't describe was the double safe call for Jonathan Parra. I mean, the plate umpire has to call each individual safe call.
Yeah.
And
he nailed it.
He certainly did.
Yeah.
The pitch, Jeff McNeil takes a little bit high, ball 1. It wasn't that long ago, although it may feel like a while ago for the Mets, that McNeil was going deep off Taijuan Walker and tying the game up at 2. And the pitch is a called strike. Here's a swing at a foul ball out of play. Now tell me how to pronounce the name of the kid in Milwaukee who throws a gajillion miles an hour, who got the cramp in his debut, the big tall kid. Do you know?
No.
Okay. The pitch, ground ball, hit to short. Turner up with it, throws to first, and it's in plenty of time. Well, he's perfect through 6 tonight against the Twins. He's thrown, another dozen pitches or something like that, over 101 miles an hour.
Oh, no. That's just straight heat. I'm sure there's sinkers, right?
Mizorowski.
I did not know
Jacob
that.
Mizorowski.
Yeah, I did not. I don't know
a
who
breaking
that is.
ball that's in there for a called strike. Tonight, he's gone 6 innings. He has retired all 18 batters on 80 pitches. He has struck out 6. Swing and a miss by Jacob Young. Lazar ready, the windup in the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Lazar into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him.
All right.
Shutdown inning. Max Lazar, 1, 2, 3. go the Mets. We go to the bottom of the 8th here at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies 8.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Monday, June 22nd at 7:10 p.m. Secure your seats by visiting PHILLIES.com. 7:10, folks.
We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Before we start, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Philadelphia Phillies Radio Network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station.
Trey Turner leads off for the Phillies here in the 8th. Phillies leading at 8-2. First pitch from Justin Garza is fouled back and out of play. Phillies looking to send the Mets to their 7th straight loss. Oh, 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line to center. That one's sinking. It'll fall for a hit. Turner with his second hit. He gave the Phillies the lead with his double to right back in the 7th.
Still getting hits from the top of the lineup. You know, on the road, he's hitting 310. At home, right around 300. That's where he's at now. Other than that, everything else in his splits is basically the same road and home. Doubles, stolen bases, hits per at-bat. He's been really good.
Here's Kyle Schwarber, who walked in the 7th. The pitch, way inside. Out of town scores here brought to you by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. You'll feel the difference, especially when the power is on and it's working.
Oh.
1 ball and no strikes. The pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. 1-1 the count. Marlins beat Atlanta tonight, 6-2. As the Braves start their trip to Miami with a loss. They had a young man making his major league debut today, did the Braves. The 1-1 pitch, and that's outside. Didier Fuentes, who made his debut. He's 20 years of age.
Wow.
Colombian right-hander, the pitch. Swing at a foul, straight back.
Did he get the win? Like, did he go?
He lost.
Oh, for the Braves. I'm sorry.
4 runs in.
Gotcha.
5 innings work.
Tough task for that young man.
The win went to Jansen Junk for the Marlins. There's a throw over to first. But Phillies will see the Braves not too long from now on their next road trip. They go to Houston and then Atlanta. The pitch. Swung on, hit sharply to second. McNeil had it. Flipped it underhand to Lindor. The throw to first is not in time. McNeil kind of bobbled that a little bit, I think, trying to send it over to Lindor. And Kyle Schwarber able to leg that out.
Well, he hit it too hard. Right, as far as
too hard at the second baseman?
Well, just too hard in general. It's the bloopers tonight that are getting the hits. Right.
Well, he hit it too hard, but should have been a double play.
Yeah, it's too far for a flip there.
Here's Bohm, and he swings and fouls one out of play to the right side. Alec 1 for 4 tonight, has driven in a run with a single in the 7th. And the pitch, that's up high. Bohm was the last man to face Reed Garrett. They kind of got Garrett in and out of there. He faced 4 hitters and was gone pretty quickly. Next pitch, here's a high bouncer towards third. Beatty's got it, off balance throw, and a nice dig by Alonso, backing up into foul territory. Schwarber in at second.
I'm laughing. I guess I don't know if the Mets defensively, and this is going to sound bad, almost looks like they've given up. Like, this play is one step. If he takes a quick stutter step at third, it's an easy throw to second base for the lead runner.
Right.
I mean, he gets Schwarber by 10 feet. But he just gets so lazy defensively and flips it to first. He got the out, but...
Here's Castellanos. He takes a called strike. Yeah, kind of looks like he's just playing around.
Well, yeah, but
kind of messing around, right? Just not
really. Not really into the game. So it takes me to Juan Soto's throw. That was very costly. The double play that they just missed. Now another one at third. It's like...
Oh, one pitch is down and away.
If you're a coach of the Mets or any team that does that kind of stuff, it's pretty easy to point to why they've lost so many in a row, right? You clean that up, you're a different team. Same with the Phillies, maybe running the bases a little bit better.
1-1 to Castellanos, and he takes called strike.
Just play the game, man. Just play the game.
One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air. Deep center field. Taylor back, track, wall, gone! Over the angled wall. Nick Castellanos with an exclamation point. With a 2-run home run to center field. It's his 8th of the year. It's 10-2 Phillies. Three RBI game for Castellanos. 3-hit game for Castellanos. Here's Kepler. And the pitch. Max takes a strike. Oh, 1. And that missed outside. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Kepler swings, hits one high in the air to left. It'll push Nimmo back to the warning track, but he'll make the catch on the long fly ball. Phillies get 2 more in the inning, 2 hits. Castellanos with number 8 on the season. And we're headed to the 9th. Phillies leading it 10-2.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Written consent of the Phillies.
Phillies look to close out the Mets here in the ninth. They have a 10-2 lead here in the opening game of this three-game set, as the Phillies have really taken it to this Mets bullpen. A 6-run seventh, 2 more in the eighth. And Max Lazar is still on the mound to finish it off in the ninth, hopefully. Torrens the batter, and he takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Bottom third of the order here for the Mets. And the 0-1. And it's hit in the air to right. Going back, Castellanos, a few steps. He'll make the catch. One away. Tomorrow, Mick Abel enters the rivalry for the first time.
Welcome.
And got to think there's probably maybe a little more juice for Mick going to the mound than as much probably since the debut. I mean, it's hard to replicate the debut, but this might be the first time he really sees the full crowd on a Saturday night, nationally televised, as the first pitch misses to Beatty. The 1-0. Breaking ball, strike called.
Well, hopefully he's got enough games under his belt that he can handle it without a problem. I think those guys are pretty good about downplaying the series, even though we do the opposite.
Well, I mean, given the way the Phillies have played against the Mets in recent meetings, obviously this year they got swept. They lost the playoff series. Second half of the year, they didn't play particularly well against the Mets in their head-to-head matchups. 1-1 pitch, and it's grounded towards second. Backhand stop, Stott. He'll pop up, throw to first, and Beatty is out. Two down. And I don't think the Phillies come away from the series. Let's say they win the series or sweep. I don't think they come away thinking, okay, we're the greatest team ever. But I do think if things had gone the other way, like if they're on the other end of this score right now, they'd be questioning themselves again.
You think so?
I do. There's a swing and a ground ball to the right side. I said this earlier today, but I felt like there was only downside in it. I don't know that there's a great upside to it in terms of the confidence or whatever. I think they're generally a pretty confident team.
Right.
Here's Tyrone Taylor, and he hits one in the air to right. This should end it. Castellanos is waiting. He's got it. And the ballgame is over, and the Phillies reclaim sole possession of first place in the National League East with a 10-2 thumping of the Mets in the opening game of this 3-game series.
It was a thumping, and I think that you kind of want to come out and set a tone. You had your gun on the hill with Zach Wheeler. Zach wasn't as sharp as he normally is. He wasn't, but he was a grinder. That's what he always does. He grinds through. Hats off to the bullpen in regards to Tanner Banks. I thought Tanner Banks came in. He went into the dugout, came back out, got some big outs, and a lot of times he's a guy back there that's super quiet. You don't hear a lot about. That allowed time for the offense to have the big inning in the 7th. Well done.
10-2 the final. The Phillies win it. The Mets have lost 7 straight, and the Phillies are back alone in first place. Back with the totals for you right after this.
Baseball season is back, and nothing says summer like a ball game, the sizzle of the grill, and the official hot dog of the Phillies, Hatfield Franks. From the bank to your own backyard, Hatfield Pork is the MVP of game day. Don't strike out with anything less. Load up your plate, put pork on your fork, and bring home the taste of summer with Hatfield, the official pork provider of the Phillies. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retailer near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
As a proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, King Swings has created the first ever Phillies branded swing sets and playhouses for fans at home. Hi, this is Tom McCarthy. When I'm not calling the play-by-play for the Phils, you'll find me at home enjoying quality time with my family. Meg and I are always looking to promote outdoor play. And what better way to do that than with a Phillies branded play set? I know King Swings will be a beloved part of our family memories for years to come. Visit KingSwingsSets.com to bring the ballpark home. King Swings, get out and play. At Citizens Bank Park, we don't carry the title of fan lightly. We're made for counting down the minutes to the first pitch, and for losing our voice before the 7th inning stretch. We're made for leading rallies, and for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments, and we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans of the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Hackers suck. So does juggling multiple apps to run your business. Meet Trust UC from Telesystem, an AI-powered voice, video, and messaging platform with built-in cybersecurity awareness training. Visit hackersuck.com to learn more.
John Crook here. I'm proud to partner with my friends at Thompson Toyota, BMW, and Lexus. They're not just about selling cars, they're about building relationships for the long term. Need an SUV, a luxury sedan, or a reliable used car? They'll go above and beyond to get you what you want. And for service, you've got to experience the Thompson difference. One visit and you'll see what sets them apart. Thompson Toyota, BMW, and Lexus in Doylestown and Willow Grove, or at 1-800-THOMPSON.com.
They say Delco's a lot, and you know what? They're right. Mickey Morandini here. As someone who lives in Delaware County, let me tell you, there's a lot of cool stuff to do in Delco. Over 200 miles of tracks and trails, archery ranges and rock climbing walls, world-class gardens, music festivals, and old-school downtown shopping, with tons of places to eat and cheer on the fields, with hundreds of your closest friends. They say Delco's a lot, and they're right. Plan your visit today at visitdelco.com. That's visitdelco.com.
Are you experiencing aches and pains that limit your regular activities? Aches, pains, or an injury are never scheduled, but you can feel better with NovaCare Rehabilitation. As the preferred provider of physical therapy and athletic training services to the Phillies, NovaCare's physical therapists can help you get back to the things you love. Life keeps moving after all, so should you. To schedule an appointment at one of their more than 150 locations, visit NovaCare.com. The Phillies trust NovaCare, so can you. NovaCare, the power of physical therapy.
At PGW, delivering clean, reliable natural gas to Philadelphia homes and businesses safely is our top priority. If you smell gas, call 215-235-1212. PGW, fueling the future.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
This is slap to left. That's a base hit. Dumps it into shadow left for an RBI.
I used that bat for a little while before I realized that's a stupid